Hello, this is Vizd Shogun Gamer, formerly known as Shogun Gamer on Vizd.com. We are here to do a let's play of SD Hiryu No Ken Densetsu, also known in English as SD Legend of the Fist of the Flying Dragon, or Fist of the Flying Dragon Legend. Well, anyway, this game is a sequel to Flying Dragon 64. Oh my god. And this game is just freaking amazing. This is definitely an upgrade from the SD Hiryu No Ken of Flying Dragon. This is the game. However, there will be a little bit of lag in this video because I have to use Project 64 with the Glide 64 graphics plugin in order to get this game to work. It is the only way I actually found to get this game to work. I tried everything else, and this is the only thing that makes every menu work. And like, you know, the gameplay and everything. It might lag a few times, but don't worry about it. Now, one thing I'll just mention is the graphics don't come out as well in the actual recording as I do when I'm playing it. So please try not to mind that. So this game is definitely an upgrade. You have item shops, you know, you have 3 item shops this time, not just one. That's your main item shop. The bottom selection is healing item shop, and the middle one is upgrade, where you get to upgrade your weapons and stuff, but then you can't get spirits or whatever. Spirits have also been added to the game, and a whole bunch of characters. I mean, this is actually a good amount. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not counting Bokuchin. 7 new characters, basically. That's a good amount. And then you have clones as well, so basically you have like 54 characters, I heard. But the true number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's about like 17 characters in all. So you got all these new guys. We're gonna play as High Fire, or Go Fire as someone else calls him. He is pretty high tier from what SSJ Soniku says. On one of his forums, he's like at the bottom of the high tier list, but he's still a pretty awesome guy. His supers are oh yeah, you don't have to unlock all the supers in this game. Only for Ryuhi, and I'm not sure who else. I think just Ryuhi has to unlock his true flying dragon technique. So right now I'm not too good at the game. I've only been playing like last night. So I got to learn a lot about the characters, but right now I'm not going to do too much. Anyway, as you can see, the gameplay actually has changed substantially, especially with Robo no Honda. He's even worse in this game, I think. I mean, when I played as him, he was like slower on a whole bunch of attacks. He can't even connect one of his attacks twice. That chain you saw right there was just forward kick, 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 kick. I think there was 7 kicks, right? But this guy, he has a good amount of combos. I tried to put on some items that would allow me to chain my combos together into buster techniques. Like the glove. I think I equipped a glove, also known as Speed Glove and Flying Dragon. However, in this game, you cannot connect certain attacks like you used to in the game. And of course, lots of characters changed over time. Your jump punch actually has a stun to it, especially if you jump forward into it, says SSJ Soniku. Let's see, what else can I say about it? I mean, there's a lot to say about this game and all the changes, but it's a little faster, and actually they put in some new camera angles, especially for the replay. Like, sometimes you'll get a view from in front or behind. It's pretty cool. There's even new victory poses and victory quotes and all that. So overall, every character has changed slightly or a lot. Weiler, he's one of my favorite characters in this game also. He's always been my favorite character, but in this game he rocks, because not only do I get to start out with all his supers, but they made some okay changes to him. But his one of his new supers in the game is just freaking great for combos. High Fire also has a lot of great combos. As you can see, that looked like a little bit of a gen reference from what someone said, Final Fantasy, from Street Fighter, when he dashes through you with a fist and then you get all the hits later. Essentially, High Fire is, I'm not really sure. I don't know what kind of fighting style he uses, but one of his moves seems really relative of Aleph from Virtual Hiryu No Ken. one thing I've always had a question about is Eri and Kate in Virtual Hiryu No Ken and SD Hiryu No Ken right here. I'm really wondering if they're related in some way. Anyway, going on, Hayato has changed a lot in the game in terms of new supers and just the properties of his attacks. I'm going to change up my equipment. You get to change equipment anytime in battle. I mean, anytime every net's battle, so that's always great. So whatever I equipped just now gave me an extra super stock. It's too bad I can't combo that together. I'll just grab him since he keeps blocking. Let's see, you can even get medals in this game, which you're trying to always increase your element stats. The elements, fire represents strength. Wind, I think that was throws. And then ice is... No, ice is throws. Wind is something else. I think supers or... can't remember right now. I'll have to look that up later. But the music has not changed at all. The stages, though, look slightly different from Flying Dragon. Hayato's stage is quite noticeable with this. It doesn't have so much fog like before, I think. And it's just not too much white background. They put in some mountains, that you could clearly see. Now, aside from that... Oh, shoot. I jumped. My bad. I mean, there's so much to say about this game, but there's just too much, Oh, that's right, they added a story mode. And in that story mode, you play as Ryuhi and reenact the whole entire... Well, not all of it, but... Maybe it is all of it. But you reenact the first Flying Dragon game, or the Hiryu No Ken game from the NES series. And in that story mode, you actually fight a whole bunch of different characters. Also, what you just saw right there with my counter throw, as you can see, it worked. Oh, that's one of Hayato's new throws, supers. But as you can see, it didn't really do that little counter effect that you used to have in Flying Dragon. Now you just knocked the person right off. But then once I saw one of the characters actually do like that right there, Hayato, he still has his. So I don't know what that's about. But either way, it's using that is a lot better for combos anyway. The counter grabs. So, not too good with high fire right now. He does feel a little clunky, like a little stiff. But I still love the game. This game is, I'm going to be playing this from now on instead of Flying Dragon. I don't care if it's in Japanese. I'll figure everything out. Let's see. So now we're fighting Yuka. Oh my god, Yuka has had a lot of changes in this game. It's amazing. We're just gonna stop here, but yeah, Yuka. Whew. So essentially, what I'm gonna be doing later on is we're gonna do a lot of gameplay videos. SSJ Soniku and I will go into training mode. Well, I'm gonna go into training mode, and I'm gonna talk about all these new characters and changes to the other characters, the good things and bad things, just in general, and a few basic combos, all that stuff. What's their use in the story, or how awesome is this character? I mean, don't even get me started on the twins. They're like clones of Ryuhi, and he already has enough clones. Ryuhi has different elemental Ryuhis apparently. Anyway, so go fire. We're just gonna take a really quick look at him. As you can see, he has a good amount of supers. I was trying to pull off this super all along, this fireball super, because you get to combo into it, which is great. Like this. You can actually get a good amount of damage, but I think it takes level 3 for supers. Like, you need a stock limit of level 3, but I like to do combo like that. However, that might not be possible unless I have enough stock gauges to do it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be basically doing almost, but we're just going to stop here anyway. So, hope you enjoyed. We'll be getting back to that soon. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out Vizd.com. This game is on Vizd.com, but it does not work, unfortunately, because there's no Glide 64 engine. But if you just get Project 64 1.7, put Glide 64 graphics engine, you'll be able to play it. But then make sure to rate it on Vizd.com or give it whatever, Just give it some support.